Expressing opinions and feelings. 1. I couldn't agree with you more. 2. That's a valid point, but I see it differently. 3. To be honest, I'm not really sure how I feel about it. 4. It seems to me that we should prioritize this issue. 5. If you ask me, the timing isn't right yet. 6. I'm on the fence about that decision. 7. I'm looking forward to your response. 8. I have mixed feelings about the outcome. 9. Could you elaborate on your proposal? 10. Would you mind lending me a hand with this task? 11. I'd appreciate it if you could keep me informed. 12. I'm sorry, I can't commit to that right now. 13. That's a reasonable request. I'll get right on it. 14. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. 15. Moving on to the next topic. 16. Just to recap, we've agreed on 2 main points. 17. Let's try to stick to the agenda. 18. In conclusion, the results exceeded our expectations. 19. Speaking of which, have you finished the report? 20. On a related note, we should also discuss the budget. 21. What are the pros and cons of this approach? 22. Let's weigh the options before making a final choice. 23. We should take a step back and look at the bigger picture. 24. It's worth considering the long-term impact. 25. I suggest we table this discussion for the next meeting. 26. The data suggests a clear upward trend. 27. We need to focus on mitigating potential risks. 28. The key takeaway from this chapter is quite significant. 29. We've successfully met all the initial requirements. 30. This study provides crucial insights into the market. 31. Let's break down the process into smaller, manageable steps. 32. The margin for error is extremely small in this calculation. 33. We must ensure compliance with all relevant regulations. 34. My primary responsibility is to oversee the project budget. 35. I am currently responsible for training the new staff. 36. Our long-term goal is to expand into the international market. 37. We are operating under a tight deadline. 38. We need to allocate resources more efficiently. 39. We are aiming for a 15% increase in productivity this quarter. 15%. 40. How can we best leverage our team's diverse skill sets? 41. I propose that we conduct a thorough feasibility study first. 42. We need to establish a clear line of communication. 43. Let's brainstorm some alternative solutions to this problem. 44. We should take their feedback into consideration for the next phase. 45. We're still trying to iron out the details of the agreement. 46. I'd like to introduce a compelling new concept. 47. Allow me to walk you through the key findings. 48. This finding fundamentally alters our understanding of the issue. 49. We need to address the elephant in the room. 50. I believe this warrants further investigation. 51. How can I get to the city center from here? 52. Could you tell me if this bus goes to the museum? 53. Is there a direct route, or do I need to transfer? 54. I'd like to rent a car with automatic transmission. 55. How long is the estimated travel time during peak hours? 56. Where is the nearest ATM or currency exchange office? 57. Could you recommend an alternative route to avoid the traffic? 58. I'd like to make a reservation for 2, under the name of Smith. 59. Does the room rate include breakfast and Wi-Fi access? Wi-Fi? 60. Is it possible to have a late checkout tomorrow morning? 61. I need to confirm the flight details before purchasing the ticket. 62. Are there any cancellation fees if I change my itinerary? 63. I'm looking for a souvenir that reflects the local culture. 64. We encountered a minor issue with the heating in our room. 65. The historical significance of this landmark is fascinating. 66. What are some of the local customs I should be aware of? 67. The atmosphere here is quite vibrant and welcoming. 68. This dish is a local specialty. You must give it a try. 69. I'm keen on learning more about the traditional art forms. 70. It was an unforgettable experience that broadened my horizons. 71. The architecture is a beautiful blend of old and new styles. 72. How do the local people usually celebrate this festival? 73. I was taken aback by the sheer size of the crowd. 74. The language barrier proved to be a bit challenging at first. 75. I managed to get by with some basic phrases and gestures. 76. We must constantly adapt to the pace of technological change. 77. This software update addresses several critical security vulnerabilities. 78. Cloud computing has fundamentally changed how we store data. 79. I accidentally deleted the entire folder. Is there any way to retrieve it? 80. We need to safeguard our sensitive information online. 81. The user interface of this new application is very intuitive. 82. Do you often back up your files to an external hard drive? 83. Excessive screen time can have a negative impact on sleep quality. 84. The article sparked a heated debate across social media platforms. 85. You should always check the credibility of online sources. 86. Misinformation spreads rapidly in the digital age. 87. This documentary provides a comprehensive overview of the crisis. 88. The news anchors were careful to maintain an objective tone. 89. The editorial column often reflects the paper's political stance. 90. I tend to get my news updates from reliable international outlets. 91. Artificial intelligence is rapidly advancing into everyday applications. 92. Virtual reality offers an immersive experience for training simulations. 93. What are the ethical implications of genetic engineering? 94. Many startups are focused on developing sustainable energy technologies. 95. Automation could potentially displace a large number of manual jobs. 96. Blockchain technology promises greater transparency and security. 97. We are witnessing a paradigm shift in the field of renewable energy. 98. The Internet of Things IoT connects devices in unprecedented ways. IoT. 99. Developers are racing to commercialize the latest breakthroughs. 100. The debate centers on balancing innovation with regulation. 101. Maintaining a balanced diet is crucial for overall well-being. 102. I try to incorporate resistance training into my weekly routine. 103. Hydration is often overlooked, but it's vitally important. 104. Cutting down on processed sugar has made a noticeable difference. 105. The doctor advised me to moderate my intake of caffeine. 106. Consistency is key when it comes to achieving fitness goals. 107. I prefer low-impact exercises to protect my joints. 108. I've been feeling a bit under the weather lately. 109. Early detection significantly increases the chances of recovery. 110. The symptoms usually subside within 48 hours. 48. 111. I need to schedule an appointment for my annual physical exam. 112. The physician prescribed a course of antibiotics for the infection. 113. Please list any medications you are currently taking. 114. Have you considered seeking a second opinion from another specialist? 115. Getting enough sleep is essential for cognitive function. 116. Mindfulness meditation helps me cope with stress and anxiety. 117. It's important to set boundaries to avoid burnout. 118. Self-care isn't selfish, it's a necessity. 119. I try to disconnect from digital devices before bedtime. 120. Recognizing the signs of mental fatigue is the first step. 121. Engaging in hobbies outside of work helps maintain balance. 122. Don't postpone joy. Make time for what truly matters. 123. Learning a new skill is a great way to challenge yourself. 124. Gratitude can profoundly change your perspective on life. 125. Always try to look on the bright side of things. 126. Climate change poses a severe threat to global biodiversity. 127. Reducing carbon emissions is paramount to slowing down global warming. 128. The melting of polar ice caps leads to a rise in sea levels. 129. We are seeing an increasing frequency of extreme weather events. 130. Deforestation significantly contributes to the loss of natural habitats. 131. The long-term effects of pollution are often irreversible. 132. We must transition to renewable energy sources as soon as possible. 133. Water scarcity is a critical issue in many developing regions. 134. Conservation efforts require international collaboration and funding. 135. Sustainable development aims to meet current needs without compromising future ones. 136. Recycling is a simple but effective way to manage waste. 137. We need to be more mindful of our overall consumption patterns. 138. Protecting endangered species is essential for maintaining ecosystem balance. 139. Landfills are quickly reaching their capacity in densely populated areas. 140. The government is implementing stricter regulations on industrial waste. 141. Investing in public transport is key to reducing individual carbon footprints. 142. Many consumers are now consciously choosing eco-friendly products. 143. What steps can we take to promote energy efficiency at home? 144. Businesses are increasingly being held accountable for their environmental practices. 145. Adopting a zero-waste lifestyle is a long-term commitment. 146. We should encourage the use of reusable bags instead of plastic ones. 147. Policy changes are necessary to incentivize green technology adoption. 148. Every individual action, no matter how small, makes a difference. 149. The challenge is finding a balance between economic growth and environmental protection. 150. Education plays a vital role in raising awareness about sustainability. 151. I can totally relate to what you're saying right now. 152. That sounds incredibly challenging. I admire your resilience. 153. I'm here to lend an ear if you ever need to talk. 154. It's important to acknowledge how you truly feel about the situation. 155. Try not to jump to conclusions before you hear the full story. 156. We should try to see things from their perspective. 157. Patience is a virtue, especially in communication. 158. Trust is the foundation of any successful partnership. 159. We need to work on bridging the communication gap between us. 160. It takes effort from both sides to maintain a healthy friendship. 161. I value your honesty and constructive criticism. 162. We had a falling out over a misunderstanding last week. 163. It's important to respect each other's personal space and boundaries. 164. Conflict resolution is a key skill in any long-term relationship. 165. Words can't express how grateful I am for your support. 166. I was pleasantly surprised by the level of commitment shown. 167. It means the world to me that you came to my aid. 168. I apologize if my tone came across as too aggressive. 169. I'm feeling a sense of accomplishment after finishing the project. 170. She was genuinely touched by the thoughtful gesture. 171. I feel much more at ease knowing you're on my team. 172. Let's try to clear the air before the situation escalates. 173. You are a person of great integrity. 174. I'm just trying to make sense of everything that happened. 175. What's done is done. We need to move forward. 176. Do you have this shirt in a size medium, M? 177. I need to run to the post office before it closes at 5. 178. Could you tell me where the frozen food aisle is located? 179. Is this item on sale, or is it priced as marked? 180. I'd like to return this because it doesn't fit properly. 181. I'm afraid I don't have exact change. Do you accept cards? 182. I need to pick up my dry cleaning by tomorrow afternoon. 183. The plumbing in the kitchen sink seems to be clogged. 184. I need to call the landlord about the leaky faucet. 185. Let's delegate the chores so we can finish faster. 186. I spent the entire morning weeding the garden beds. 187. I need to figure out how to operate this new washing machine. 188. We ran out of toilet paper and dish soap. 189. The apartment needs a deep clean before the guests arrive. 190. I have a conflicting engagement that afternoon. 191. Let me check my calendar to see if I'm free then. 192. Please confirm the time and location of the meeting. 193. I can only commit to attending the first half of the seminar. 194. Try not to overschedule yourself. Leave some breathing room. 195. I need to set aside time to review the documents thoroughly. 196. I ran into an old friend unexpectedly at the market. 197. The traffic jam was caused by a minor accident on the highway. 198. I have to prioritize my tasks based on urgency. 199. Let's grab a quick bite before we head out. 200. I'll handle the paperwork. You manage the logistics. 201. We need to conduct rigorous academic research for the thesis. 202. The professor encouraged us to engage in critical thinking. 203. This course is a prerequisite for all advanced modules. 204. I'm finding it difficult to grasp the underlying theoretical framework. 205. The curriculum emphasizes practical application over rote memorization. 206. Students are expected to adhere to the university's honor code. 207. We must cite all sources properly to avoid plagiarism. 208. Spaced repetition is a highly effective method for long-term retention. 209. I tend to learn better through visual aids and hands-on practice. 210. It's essential to identify your own learning style to maximize efficiency. 211. I'm struggling to keep up with the assigned reading material. 212. Don't be afraid to ask clarifying questions during the lecture. 213. Continuous self-assessment is vital for monitoring progress. 214. Mastering a foreign language requires consistent immersion. 215. Education should aim to foster lifelong curiosity. 216. The ability to unlearn is as important as the ability to learn. 217. This discovery challenges the conventional wisdom in the field. 218. Experience often serves as the best, albeit harshest, teacher. 219. A truly educated person is open to diverse perspectives. 220. We should strive for a deeper understanding, not just surface knowledge. 221. Innovation often comes from interdisciplinary collaboration. 222. Critical analysis helps us distinguish fact from opinion. 223. Perseverance is the key to overcoming academic hurdles. 224. It's worth reflecting on how far you've come in your studies. 225. We need to develop effective problem-solving skills. 226. The cinematography in this movie is truly breathtaking. 227. The plot twist was completely unexpected and highly satisfying. 228. The lead actress delivered an emotionally compelling performance. 229. It attempts to grapple with complex societal issues. 230. The director utilizes symbolism to convey deeper meanings. 231. The pacing felt a bit slow in the second half of the film.